Isn't it glorious? Get to fire this thing up for the first time in a couple days. I've been sitting here since probably about Monday. It is Thursday now. You know, this truck has just allowed me to live the life. Listen to that, fires right up. I'm gonna get it pulled out. The amount of money that we have made this past month doing mobile with just this truck allowed me to buy this. I now have 3 paid off trucks, a paid off house, a paid off bike, a shitty camper. I know I need to upgrade that, but everything's just been going all right. And then this, I think I owe like 15 on this. And I'm slowly getting the cash value to be able to pay this off. I know I wanted to refinance it, but I might end up paying it off. So we're going out to Maryland today to go do a mobile job. And I told him about 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'm gonna get this pulled out. How much fuel? We got plenty of fuel to get there. And I can pull this bad boy over. Sounds good. She's a big girl, but I asked you guys what I should do with it on a post, and a lot of you guys said sell it. So title in hand, anybody wants it, $6 grand, y'all can have it. It's an 04 Gixxer with 42,000 miles. If you don't like my price, don't ask. Broke people trying to distinguish the market. $6 grand, you can have it. I'll go buy a set. All right, so I know how you guys like these mobile videos. So we're going on a 2015 today. We've unplugged the PCM, went through, checked all of the fuses. We are doing a test, parasitic draw test. And specs on these trucks are under, you guys can see, you want this to be, you see, that's in spec right now. Check this out. Plug that in. We're above, but that's without even putting the screw down. Once you put the screw down, that shoots up to 300. Same with if I plug the Tipomac in and I actually screw it down, it goes up to 300 milliamps. So there's an issue here. What ended up happening was put new batteries in, and now everything's intermittent. Everything flashes on the dash. It doesn't start, it just clicks. And that's been the issue with this thing. So that's what we're working on today. Like I said, I've ruled the PCM out for a parasitic draw. We've done a test on that, and I've done a test on the TIPM. This wire here, I pretty much checked everything. Any of the aftermarket wiring like this, if I put this on here, it doesn't add anything. If I add this guy back on here, it does. It overloads it. So this is a parasitic draw. This one is a pretty big parasitic draw, and then so is the TIPM. Now that's not to rule out the PCM to not be at fault. We're just saying that that is not causing a parasitic draw. So I'm going to hook this all back up. We're going to put both batteries in it, and then I'm going to show you what it is doing. So once you hook everything up like factory, range right there, it's overloading. Like I said, it was about 333 is what it was saying, so about 0.3 amps, which is pretty high. And then you put this guy in and it's even worse. So unfortunately that's a factory wire. So I'm gonna get all this hooked up and I'll show you guys what it's doing. So now, main thing was, as soon as the batteries were replaced, everything would flash. None of this was consistent. Now everything works. No check engine lights, no check gauges lights. She goes into drive, neutral, reverse, park. Everything works. So we definitely need to get the TIPM replaced at some point for the parasitic draw. Probably just a little bit of corrosion buildup on the inside here, and then this guy here. Turn that. It's running good now, a couple hours in. PCM tested fine. Right, so she is all said and done. Like I said, this thing had some electrical issues, wasn't starting. It's been sitting for about 4 months. So we got everything taken care of. We're gonna come back, replace the tip-em at some point, but she does run and drive now. I just recommended put it on a trickle charger or disconnect battery terminals because that's what's, it's got the parasitic draw. So other than that, she is all good to go for now. And I'm gonna head back over. If we don't head to Baltimore today, I'm gonna head to back home, and then we are done for the day. But you guys like these mobile ones, so there you go. Electrical issues. If you guys have any electrical issues with these trucks, hit me up. I'll do them. I know a lot of shops won't, but I will. Ooh. So on my way back from Maryland, went and picked up a 12-valve Cummins engine for Josh. So we have some work to do on this thing tomorrow. Probably gonna start tearing this thing down, get the head off of it, get the block machined, and go from there. I guess this thing has 5x18 or 5x16 injectors from what I was told. So I'm gonna get this thing all torn down and we're gonna get the block checked out because Josh is still having issues with his red truck. So we're gonna be completely putting another motor in it and slapping his head on top of that. So there's the motor. So I'm a tarp over top of it so we don't get any rain in this thing. You can see this thing was pretty oily, so we're gonna get that taken care of. And basically no oil leaks, no blow by is the goal. So I like how he's even got the grounds and all that. So this thing is complete minus the front case and the pump. So this came from a running truck, and unfortunately it's gonna need a head gasket because they took all 6 of those off at the same time. So you know what that means? That means this side it's definitely gonna leak, but we're gonna be putting his head on top of it. All right, there she be. We got the tarp on top of it. Now we're gonna head out. Here's where we're at. We got the pinstriping off of the side on both sides, gave her a bath. Gonna be driving this thing today to go pick up the new ride. And the only oil leak, there's one little oil leak, one tiny little dot. So we got most of the oil leaks out of it and pretty much fixed. I didn't realize, I do gotta go get inspected. I didn't realize that this one was as new as it was, but I was thinking it was way older than it was, but she looks good now. If this thing doesn't go too soon, we're gonna probably be getting some mirrors, lights, and a couple other little odds and ends. I've put about 61 miles on this so far, and we gotta go to Marietta today.
Are you filming? I should have hit that hay bale.
Under the tunnel. Do that again?
No, I'm not doing that again.
Do that again?
I can't do that.
Do it again. Gets us arrested. Oh goodness.
Can I get the green light, please?
No, you gotta do that about one more time.
My boy.
My boy.
My boy.
As he beats the fuck out of my truck.
It didn't even spin the tire.
It did.
No.
This side did.
No.
Alright, a slight incline, my favorite. Oh, you're gonna make a left over top of the hill. Right here. Well, I did not film anything for yesterday, but here she is, a 2004 GSXR600. Got a little bit of an extended swing arm, a little bit of lowered. This is exactly what I want. I actually really like it. I feel a lot more confident on this thing than I did my 300. My 300 was just way too slow to do what I needed to do, but there are some things we are gonna have to go over on this thing. One, this chain is loose as shit. It's in gear now, so I can't really explain it, but the chain is really loose. A lot of new stuff. I need to fix some plastics. I want to start getting rid of stickers and whatnot. Like, that stays. This needs to come off. I need to get that adjusted. I need to switch this to GP style shift because that's what my old one was, and I got on the on-ramp yesterday and I accidentally went from second to first instead of second to third, so I need to get that because that's a safety thing for me. Probably replace foot pegs, probably replace those. We're gonna start getting, like I said, get all the stickers off and whatnot. It looks like there's a tank underneath this and someone put a tank over top, so I don't know what the deal is with that. You can see that it's broken off right here, so that needs to get addressed. I don't know what the deal is with that. They do have a phone mount already. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of the red, and I'm not a fan of the mirrors. So we are gonna start cleaning this up, getting rid of a lot of the red accents. Probably just do these in black, get some bar end mirrors, get a lot of this stuff cleaned up as I can. Yeah, really do not like the mirrors at all, and I really don't like these spikes. So slow and steady, we're gonna get a lot of that stuff taken care of. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see me do to this thing. We also need to fix, there's a pedal commander in here. So this thing probably, if I had to guess, with the stretch and everything, I was looking up some numbers, this thing probably makes 95 horsepower if I had to guess, which is pretty fair. I mean, it does what it needs to do. I need to check and see what temperatures are normal. You can see it had a little bit of a scrape here, and I guess the tire shop must have scraped the wheel a little bit, but I do want to get these stickers off and do the adjustment. I need to get a cotter pin on here as well. I'd like to do an oil change because there's actually too much oil in it, and I need to figure out what temperatures are normal in this thing because I saw 220 earlier. I don't think that that's, I think that that's too high, but again, I don't know too much about these things yet. My Ninja 300 never had a gauge. All in all, liking this thing. I've put probably about an hour and a half worth of riding on it so far. Actually, maybe 2 hours at this point. And I really do like it. Obviously, everything has a price. If someone wants to take it, I am going to start throwing some money at it and doing like little things, cleaning it up, making it like a lot nicer of a bike. But if somebody offers me $6,000 for it, I'll take it. And I really hope nobody does because I really do like this bike. But I'm gonna start getting rid of like the stuff that just, see, I don't like these stickers, so I'm gonna start getting, stickers are the first thing, so I'm gonna get rid of stickers first. We are gonna keep the Gixxer and the Suzuki on the side for now. 600, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep that. I'll let you guys in the comments let me know if you want me to keep that or not, because I think that's a factory sticker, so anything factory I will keep sticker-wise, but on the wheels, I need to get rid of anything on the wheels. It doesn't look like, I was told that's not stock, which definitely doesn't look stock. It does have bigger tires, and definitely do the chain maintenance, definitely do the GP shift. But let me know what y'all think. This thing has about 42,000 miles, which I wasn't super worried about it. I bought it sight unseen, paid the guy his cash, and that's about where we're at. So I own this thing free and clear, no loan. We'll see, I mean, if it was a good decision or not. I'm enjoying it. It almost killed me yesterday. CRV drivers, y'all know who you all are. I was about this close to the wall, but I made the cut. Definitely don't plan on doing that. I don't usually ride these things on the highway, so it's just one of those, like, that was a rare occurrence, but I did just want to get home. So I think we were doing about 115 through traffic. Nothing super crazy, but also the speedometer is off, I noticed, because when I'm doing like 80 or 90, it's reading like 100 to 110. So I need to get that addressed as well. I want to get the wiring addressed. You guys know how I am with my wiring, or power commander, sorry. So this key does the ignition, this key does this, and the side box here, so somebody changed it, and get that taken care of. But we are 100% legal. I got everything in here. Permit's still good from last year. But the pedal commander, like, I don't know what is going on here. I need to figure this out. You guys know I am a stickler with wiring, and this is just not acceptable. So I'm gonna get all of that addressed, taken care of, loomed all nice, and then put it down in the bottom. Probably get rid of any of these golden things here. Probably do something with the rear seat. I don't know that I plan on having passengers on this thing. I might pick Liam up on this thing today, just once, just to kind of, because he likes the bike. But besides that, I really have been enjoying the Gixxer look lately. I don't know why. But between that and the Ninjas, and a lot of you guys don't like Ninjas for some reason. I do, but that's just me. So I'm gonna start taking these stickers off, switch that to GP, and I will be back with you guys in a minute. There is some scrapes and, you know, little fatalities here and there, so it's definitely not a new bike by any means. That's all you gotta do. Now it's on the bottom. You guys can see, got it all tightened up. So now it's 1 up, 5 down. The other way was 1 down, 5 up. Yeah, that confuses the shit out of me. So now it's, you know, to upshift, you just hit it down. Now I'm kind of peeling these all by hand. Started getting all of them off. This one here is kind of like right there. You can see that it's crooked, so they're not a factory thing. All right, that's one side. No stickers on this side of the wheel or up there. I did take that one off. I was gonna wait and ask you guys, but I'm just like, screw it, because this thing's gonna need like this whole tank. I'm probably gonna order a new tank. Figure out where all the plastics are broken, if any. See what's under on the underbelly. I gotta repair this guy down here. You can see how that one's good. And then this one's bent, so I need to heat that up, bend that back. They didn't even try on this one. Look how crooked that one is. I'm gonna have to be super careful on this one. I can probably get right up in here and then here, but I'll have to spin the wheel. So I'll get what I can, and then we'll spin the wheel and we'll do the rest. So I'm gonna do what I can on both sides and then spin the wheels. Second side done. You know, I remember when I used to half-ass and throw things together like nothing. There was no prep work on this. It was actually pulling the paint. So probably gonna have to get this wheel redone at some point. Maybe at some point get the swing arm redone, but the rear is done. So I just need to move it up a little bit, do the front, then all the stickers I want off are done. I already got this one off. I'm gonna have to grab some Goo Gone to really clean these things up, but I think we did all right. I'm gonna order the mirror deletes tonight, and the bar end mirrors and the block off plates for that, and possibly some of the hardware. If not, we could always go ahead and get these repowder coated a better color. I'm thinking like black, but these things are pretty sharp. Absolutely hate these mirrors though. Definitely can't see shit out of those. Whoever put these things on was a complete drunken buffoon. Because like just 2 letters, like the K and the I, if you look right here, were like this. So like the K was down here and the I was up here down there. So I got all of it off. We have nice black wheels now. I'm gonna get some Goo Gone and take care of the rest. And then let me know what you guys wanna see with this. I don't know value-wise if it makes sense to keep that. I don't know if that's a nostalgia thing for people or what, and they like it like that. If it's one of those things where I can get rid of it, we might paint this bike like a different color. I might give my dad a shot at getting her painted. But even the K&N sticker, so I gotta get some Goo Gone on that. Shifter is taken care of. We'll probably get different foot pegs at some point, different pegs back here if I don't just completely eliminate these in general. Possibly get a cover on the back here, but slow and steady, we'll get this thing going. That's factory. I had to take that off too, but you guys can see, like, I don't like that. That needs to get taken care of properly, but I guess this is just a cover. So I don't know, maybe we'll see if I can take that off and see what's underneath. We'll figure that out, but that pedal commander is definitely rigged pretty damn good. I don't have my alignment tool on me right now, otherwise I would do the chain and adjust that, but no alignment tool on me right now. But the thing runs pretty good. Be curious to get it dynoed and see what it's actually making. I'm just gonna guess, like I said earlier, 95 horsepower with the thing, but I'm not sure what sprocket size is on that compared to factory. And I do understand it does have a bigger tire because the speedo is way off, but I think for what it is, it's perfect. For me, the stretch isn't too crazy. I want it a little bit longer. Like, I like the center of the sprocket to line up with the end of the tail, but all that's good. I don't have to worry. I might get a different tail light. You can see the plates under there. I need to get a license plate light at some point. Might modify this at some point too and like bring it like closer in, but we shall see because the bracket's there, so I don't know. I might just leave it as alone. It looks like somebody just cut that. But for what it is, she's pretty all right. The oil looks fine, but definitely high. So I'll ride it around for a little bit and get an oil change on it and check the brakes. Definitely want to make sure the brakes are good. I feel like the rear is a little loose, so probably change fluids and whatnot. You guys know me, I like to take care of my shit. Everything I've done on that has been perfect, and I'm very perfectionist when it comes to, like, when it came to anything to do with this, and I'm gonna be the same exact way with this one. All right, so at some point, I figure I'll give you an update on this thing. I have not been driving this truck because I've been driving the red truck around. And since this isn't gonna be really the daily much anymore, I'm gonna be driving other vehicles and the bike around. So the only time this truck gets driven is when we have mobile jobs. And you guys, because of that orange truck, have been giving me so many calls from Maryland. So I will be down there Thursday for 2 jobs. I got one on Monday and then one scheduled out. And I have a couple jobs scheduled in here. So this thing, what I'm gonna end up doing, since this isn't gonna be a daily, I am going to be getting a scrap bucket, a trash bucket, and then an oil bucket and a coolant bucket back here. So that way I can start actually organizing scrap and trash and whatnot. And, you know, if I have to change fluids somewhere randomly, I can just dump it in there. So I'm gonna get 5-gallon buckets for all of that. Let me know what setups work for you guys. I just found a water too. I am extremely dehydrated, and I found this water behind the seat because I like to be able to separate my trash and all that because I'm gonna have a burn barrel and whatnot. But red truck's been fun driving that around. Unfortunately, I got another flake on with the down payment. So she's up. I'm looking for some 20x12s for that truck right now, and we have a 6-inch stack going on it as well. And then anything else in here, I'm gonna give you guys an update on what we have left. We still have, and I'll cut anything out because these videos are way behind. We still have one set of wheel simulators. We have the center console for a manual swap. We have a TIP'em and a instrument cluster left. We have the whole air system, a intake, full 4-inch exhaust for the 2nd gen, and the turbo and the dash are paid for, just waiting on him to pick up. And same with this, that's all paid for. And we have TPMS. So all this stuff we are going to be, or still the previous guy who I had to repo the truck from, all his stuff's still in here. Safe and sound, just waiting on figuring out what's up with that.